fashioned from jail betting, according to authorities. He remains on the loose. County commissioners are vowing security upgrades and a thorough review of procedures. A prosecutor has urged jurors to find the gunman behind the deadliest anti-Semitic attack in U.S. history eligible for the death penalty. Prosecutor Sue Song said Wednesday that Robert Bowers intentionally planned the attack on a Pittsburgh synagogue in 2018 and preyed on vulnerable victims as they began Sabbath worship. But Bowers' lawyer argued that he was overtaken by a delusional belief system. Bowers was convicted last month in the attack in the Tree of Life synagogue that claimed 11 lives. The jury began deliberating Wednesday and will resume today. If it determines Bowers to be eligible, the jury will next hear evidence before deciding whether to impose the death penalty. If jurors determine he is not eligible, Bowers will receive a life sentence without parole.
Here's the Beaver County forecast on 95.7 and 99.3 FM. Along with 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming at beavercountyradio.com.
We can expect showers and thunderstorms today, mainly later this afternoon after 5 p.m. Some storms could be severe with large hail and damaging winds. Otherwise, we'll have sunny skies with a high near 85 degrees. Showers and storms are likely to continue tonight until at least 1 a.m., with mostly cloudy skies going down to a low of 66. Sunny tomorrow with a high of 84. A slight chance of showers Saturday with a possible afternoon thunderstorms and a high of 87. Chance of showers and storms Sunday with sunny skies and a high near 85. And a chance of showers and storms on Monday with a high near 85 degrees. That's a look at the news for now. I'm Curtis Walsh on 99.3 FM, 95.7 FM, 1230 WBVP, 1460 WMBA, and streaming live around the world at beavercountyradio.com.
It's time for Notes on Local Entertainment, the show highlighting the best in local talent, hosted by Scott Tatey Entertainment, editor for the Beaver County Times, and Eddie Crow.
It is Teleforum. Going to manually have to do a couple things here, so this could just turn into a dog and pony show. But what's new? It is Teleforum. This is the time of the day, time of the week that Scott Tatey, the Beaver County Times, joins me. Scott is here, but there are other people here. And the beauty of it is, Curtis, I hate to bum you out. You're the one dude that ain't in the scene.
They see me enough.
You all right with that?
Yeah.
Scott Tatey is my guest. Scott, would you like to introduce our guests that are going to play live music for us so we don't got to talk?
Very exciting. We have Better Think Twice. Local rock band is going to be performing this Saturday. I'll let them set that up. But the band is Curtis Walsh from your Beaver County Radio on lead guitar, Zach Boswell drums, Ben Puffenberger bass, and Cade Jenks on keyboard guitar. The band Better Think Twice. What are you going to start off with?
This one's called By Your Side.
I love that we're getting right to it. Go ahead and get everything dialed in. It is Teleforum live music. This is a perfect setup to go into the weekend because if you don't know, the Cruise in the Ridge Part 2 is happening Saturday. It starts at noon officially. People show up well before that. So if you're planning to come on up, noon's at the very latest. There's food trucks. It's a blast. You guys ready? As ready as we're going to ever be? Well, give her a go, boys.
All right. Don't take your eyes away from me. You know I like it when you see all of my bones and skin and teeth. When you're away, there's only pain. I want to hear you call my name. Your voice is ringing through my brain. take your hand. I'll never let it go again. You be my girl, I'll be your man. And I know I'm powerless to make your nightmares go away, but I'll keep you warm, I'll keep you safe all through the night and day. And I know I'm not the one to make your demons quake, but I'll be by your side to fight them off, keep them at bay. And I know I'm powerless to make your nightmares go away, but I'll keep you warm, I'll keep you safe all through the night and day. And I know I'm not the one to take your demons away, but I'll be by your side to fight them off, keep them at bay. That's what I say. Thank you.
I am so glad I'm going to get to listen to you guys more Saturday. Scott Tatey, you make a living being critical of young musicians. Go ahead.
Love that. Love the 3 guitar. That's cajon percussion, right? Is that what you call that? Just a really rich texture. The harmonies were perfect, and but yeah, likewise. I'm excited to see you guys now. What's it going to be like Saturday when you're on stage? Are you going to be doing an acoustic thing? Are you more plugged in, or?
No, we'll be plugged in.
Okay.
How is it different? Because you guys knew you had this gig coming in here today, and you got told, okay, if we're going to do this, you got to do it acoustic because of the situation. What changed? What's the name of the song you just played?
That was By Your Side.
All right, By Your Side. What changed in the arrangement when you got told we got to do this acoustic?
He's usually on keyboard for that.
Okay.
With the little keyboard melody, the ba-na-na-na.
Yeah.
He does that on there, and then I'm playing drums, and it's just a little bit heavier.
Okay,
more
so
rock
it's
and roll.
completely different.
Normally,
It's
I
not
have an
totally
electric
different,
guitar.
but yeah, you get the full experience, I'd say.
When you write, do you write as a group or do you write individually? Who wrote that song?
I wrote that.
Okay.
We usually write individually and then either bring a finished or half-finished song to the group and get input and talk about it and see what else we can do with it.
How long have you guys been together?
Me and
A
him.
while.
That's the perfect rock and roll answer. I don't. How many years, Curtis? Because obviously this wasn't put together last week. You guys, I watched
since
you
early
cue off.
2010s, me and him have been together with stuff, and
I watched you, and if you watch it on the video on the live Facebook feed, and you pay attention, you can see you guys. You're cueing off of each other with a look here and a look there, and that's not something that shows up after 3 or 4 rehearsals for sure.
You guys have album or any?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
we've got.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, sell
got
the
3
album. Come on,
albums out.
Curtis.
We've got 3 albums out, some other singles, quite a few songs. Our last album had was it 20?
20
How many
songs,
songs?
I think.
Wow.
How many original on that out of that 20? Were they all original?
Everything. Oh yeah,
Really?
everything that we've released recorded is all original.
Love that.
Do you still release? You say albums because I know that's the term. The band Better Think Twice is with me. Scott Tatey from the Beaver County Times is with me. That's what you're watching on social media. If I keep you see, here's Scott. There's Scott. Hi. How long does it take to whittle down 20 songs? And why are you putting 20 songs on a record? Nobody puts 20 songs on a record anymore. That's 2 records.
We had a lot of material and
Yeah.
and wanted to put it out. It was a little ambitious, but
Shortly after I joined. It was shortly after I had joined the band in 2020, and we, Zach had a big backlog of songs ready to go, and Kurt as well, and we hashed them out, and we got it done in 4 or 5 months, maybe, from start to finish.
How was the emotional delicacy of that? Because songwriters are extremely connected to their songs, and if you've got 4 different people coming in, some arguments can happen when it comes to that. How did you guys manage to get through that, especially with 20 songs?
Well, for that album, it was actually just the three of us.
Oh,
And
the rabble rouser hadn't come in yet?
no, not
Okay.
quite.
It
yet.
was he was with us pre and after.
Yeah, that's true.
He was the
Wait a minute.
I was the bass player that replaced him.
So
And now we're like the best of friends.
Yeah, I left the band in like, what was it, 2020? I left the band in 2020. They got Ben to fill in for bass,
okay.
and then at the end of 2023, where was it? 2020.
So you got replaced, and now you're sitting next to your replacement.
Yeah, but it's cool though, because now I've always wanted to play, synthesizer, piano, and keys, and guitar, and we were a three-piece, and that's just not feasible with three of us. So now that we have Ben here too, now I sort of get to be like an auxiliary.
Fleetwood Mac could have learned so much from you guys.
Yeah.
You're going to play another song for us, right?
Yep.
No,
Yeah, we got one more for you.
We're not burning the set list for Saturday. How long are you guys going to play when you're here at the car cruise at the Ridge? What's the set? Because I know that's been written down.
At least an hour.
At least an hour.
We're allowed to play like up to hour and a half, I think, if we stretch it. But that's what they want. So we'll have a lot of covers and stuff, some classic hits for people, and
That's kind of
we'll
what
throw
you
some
gotta
originals, probably mix them in there.
do. When it's in front of people, they want a little bit of everything. What time do you start? The cruise starts at noon.
And we start at noon.
That's early for rock bands, man. All right, what's this next song you're going to play? The band is Better Think Twice. This is the musical act that's going to be hanging out with us Saturday here up in Brighton. It's the second car cruise of the 4. Starts at noon, but the band will be here earlier. That tells you the motivation. Curtis, what's the name of the song?
False Idols.
Oh, this could get heavy. Okay, anytime you're ready, boys.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Worshipping false idols and staring at the sun, and I need another minute 'cause I've only just begun, and I'm looking for a reason you could be the only one, but still I've got no answers and I think I'm giving up. I've been drifting through both time and space for the last month or two, trying hard to figure
Oh man, Eddie, I like so much about that song. I better think twice.
You know what jumped out at me first?
Go ahead.
Intelligent lyrics.
Yes. Relatable, but with enough room left to give you a little bit of interpretation on your own. It was deep, but the melody was very accessible and lured me in. I like how it built to a strong finish. It was a very rousing ending on that, and man.
That was just a cool rock song.
Thank you.
That's...
Thanks.
I ain't going to overthink it. Is there anything, Curtis, that I should have... This is so weird, interviewing a coworker that's not in a coworker capacity. Curtis, anything I should have asked you? Anything Scott should have asked you?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Ask us whatever you want.
You going to play Freebird during the live show Saturday?
No, just because you asked.
No, you're not. I'll stand there all day. All right, if you could... this will be the last question because we're out of time. If I got everybody in Better Think Twice all together and in a really good mood, and I said you can cover one song, every show you got to cover the same one song. If you had to pick one song to cover for the rest of your band's career, what would it be?
Not Watchtower.
No, I'm sure the list of stuff we wouldn't do is probably bigger. Curtis?
We'll be playing Watchtower Saturday.
Is that was a personal band? Oh, dissension. This is when you break off and go to Fleetwood Mac, dude. All right, what would you play, Curtis? You're allowed one cover.
I want to hear these guys first.
All right.
I want to see what they pick.
One cover.
One cover that we already play that.
No, one cover in the universe.
Of anything.
Anything. It can be Bela Bartok if you guys get weird with it, but you're allowed to play one. You're only allowed to pick one cover for every show. The rest of the shows.
What's screaming right now, it's probably the right one. Carry On My Wayward Son. Everybody knows it. It's so much fun to play.
Can't go wrong with that. Was that on Leftoverture?
Yes.
See? Old brain still got a few cells working. What would yours be?
Mine would probably either be I'm on Fire or Atlantic City, if we ever could do Atlantic City, just because we would be able to do something like the band.
Yeah.
Because they do like mandolins or whatever. I always thought it'd be cool to have like Kurt shred it, like do like a more rowdier version of the song.
Okay. Bruce! Yeah, I was going to say Bruce with mandolins. You're covering a lot of Americana with that. So, all right.
I'd have to say Sultans of Swing. It's one that we've...
Really?
That's a good one.
We've dabbled with it a little bit, and it's just never quite like got it together for the live thing, but it's almost there, and that one's a really fun one.
I went from loving Curtis to hating Curtis the day he told me he could play that on guitar. Because that is it. Now, why don't you do Telegraph Road or Private Investigations and go ahead and play one song for 40 minutes, because that stuff's there too. Sultans of Swing. All right, Curtis, you ain't going to top that, but go ahead.
Oh, it's hard to pick one song. I don't know.
You just got three. They came up with three, and you sat there like a lump.
Well, one of the ones I think I'd do is the Ramblin' Man, Allman Brothers.
Oh, nice 15, 40 minute, depending on the mood tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. We do it long.
Depends on how much he cares about his bass player.
Yeah, there's that. Oh, yeah. See, I thought of the guitar player with the Dire Straits, but yeah, there's other issues going on. Is there anything I should have asked you guys that I didn't?
Farm Fest.
Good.
We host a music festival every year. Zach's his family's farm. It's called Farm Fest. It's going to be August 5th. We'll throw that in.
All right.
Yeah, we've got a lot of cool local bands, and Build-A-Burger's coming to cook food for everybody, and
That's really cool.
bounce house, yard games.
I've been wondering about that. Is it do you sign up for tickets? Do you just show up, or how does someone get?
Show up at Zach's house.
Pay at the gate. Yeah, it's like a little farm. Well, not a little farm, but it's a big farm. You just pull up, pay at the gate, and come in. And there's going to be a lot to do. Bounce house for the kids. It's an all ages show.
Oh, yeah.
It runs from 2 to 9.
Like Zach stock.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like it.
Hopefully, I want to grow it into something like that eventually. That'd be cool.
By the way, just for the record, I'm switching my answer to All Along the Watchtower.
Dude, you know what I'm doing?
I thought about it.
You know what I'm
switching it
doing?
back.
I'm turning your microphone down. You can't switch your answer. The band is Better Think Twice. The columnist is Scott Tatey. The station is Beaver County Radio.
Industry is proud to be an integral part of Beaver County for the past 34 years. Featuring a wide range of recycling services for contracted areas, they are sure to help you get the job done. The J. Young Refuse team of professional drivers consistently exceed safety and service throughout the day, while their customer service representatives take professionalism to the next level. J. Young Refuse and Industry salutes our veterans for the freedoms we enjoy. Call J. Young Refuse at 724-495-6199.
When you talk about community involvement and safety, the name Fry stands at the forefront in Beaver County. Fry Transportation's mission is to continue to raise the bar as the gold standard in their industry by providing the safest, most reliable, and cost-efficient transportation service in Beaver County through their strong relationships with their communities, best-in-their-class drivers, equipment, and technology. There's nothing more important than the safety of their students, employees, and community members. Fry Transportation, where the quality of their organization is characterized by the makeup of the individual behind the wheel.
Recently, Tom Young from First Consultants Inc. in Beaver shared a note that he received in the mail from a happy client.
Just a note to thank you for helping us feel secure financially during this awful time. The market hasn't affected us at all and our assets are all secure. So at least the current economy isn't causing us to lose any sleep. Stay well, Tom. Regards, John and Sandy. This is what I mean when I talk about and say guaranteed income. Guaranteed income, even in the market that we have right now. It is so important not to lose money.
Visit firstconsultantsinc.com or be a part of Tom's live presentation starting